Hi guys, and welcome to this week's video tutorial. This will be your weekly English commentary of a match played by the experts. Today's match was played in 1997 between Grandmaster Ling Hongming and Grandmaster Yu Youhua. Grandmaster Ling Hongming took red and he's from Shanghai. Grandmaster Yu Youhua was black and he is from Zhejiang province. Again, I would like to take the opportunity to thank Master Yuan Wenqing and Grandmaster Zhang Qiang for allowing me to use their material to make this video. So without further ado, let us begin. Grandmaster Ling Hongming started with the elephant opening, which is one of the major opening weapons of the Shanghai team, made famous by Grandmaster Hu Longhua. Black countered with one of the newer approaches, the Palcorner Cannon counter. Red chose to play R9 equals to 1 to put a lot of pressure on this Palcorner Cannon, and Black chose to develop his right horse as an elephant horse. Now, Red developed his chariot very early in the game as he was prepared to counter the Palcorner Cannon. Now, this is one of the major ways of attacking by Red. And Black countered proactively by developing the horse as a proper horse. Now, if Black chose to play h2 plus 1 to develop the right horse as an edge horse, Red would continue very steadfastly, and the power of Black's counter-attack would often seem to be insufficient or lacking in counter-attacking potential. Black chose the semi-charge defense formation. Now, usually at this point in time, Black would play R1 equals to 2. This would be a usual line of development. Red will move the chariot to the riverbank, preparing to play h9 plus 8. And this would be the formation that's usually reached. And it would often lead to a very early confrontation in the game. This is only the 7th ply, but both cars are now fighting for it on the riverbank. Now, in reply to Black's c8 equals to 9, whereby it was fairly obvious that Black was going to develop his chariot as a foul chariot. Red countered with p3 plus 1. Now, this was perhaps the most focused and best counter for Red in this situation. Now, this would appear to be dull and unseeming, but there was much underneath, beneath the waves. So Black played r9 equals to 8, as it would seem natural to do so. Now, however, this would actually be the move that was responsible for Black's eventual demise. Instead, he should have played r1 equals to 2, or a6 plus 5 to develop this chariot as a kingside chariot. Now, Red immediately sacrificed his pawn so early in the game. Now, this seemingly unnatural move would actually strike Black in his Achilles heel very violently. Now, this was also the best move to attack Black's Dubious formation. In the match, p7 plus 1 was played. Now, Black cannot afford to allow the pawn to advance or to threaten his horse. But unfortunately, in doing so, by capturing the pawn, the development of this chariot will now become a great issue, because there will not be many good intersections for it to move. R9 plus 1 would have wasted one move, and it could not move over here because the pawn would have blocked the chariot. Red will start his attack, targeting the horse. Black tried to fight very proactively by trading material, but Red of course did not want to trade material and simply traversed his cannon to the 7th pile. And by doing so, he will apply pressure on this horse over here. Now, in the sandwich horse defense formation, one of the weaknesses would be the unprotected horse on the cannon rank. Now, Red cannot jump in the gun and accept the trade. Otherwise, Black would simply trade material and sacrifice the horse. Now, if say Red continued with r6 plus 5, Black will sacrifice material and immediately apply a lot of pressure on Red's right flank. So although Red would have gained a piece, but his king will now be under heavy attack. And Black can eventually gain back lost material by playing r9 goes to 8. Now if r6 goes to 4 were played, Black would now focus his efforts on this cannon. And again, the cannon will be captured. Black will gain back lost material, and as can be seen, Red's major pieces, the 2 horses and chariots, would not have moved at all. So that is why r6 plus 5 or r6 goes to 4 would not be a good idea. And after allowing Black to play ra plus 8, Red would be in all sorts of trouble. Now, c8 equals to 7 was played in the match, and Black tried to apply pressure, still try to initiate a trade of material. Red started to consolidate its defense. Black tried to switch formation, still offering the horse. And at this point in time, Red deftly retreated his cannon. Now the cannon would now be attacking the chariot and also the horse at the same time. Now Black was forced to retreat his chariot, and at this point, finally, the time was correct, was ripe for Red to gain material. Now at this point in time, Black cannot advance the chariot, or Red will simply raise an advisor, and again, Red will have gained the material in the process. So Black consolidated his defense. Black tried to gain material, and Black now tried to focus his attack on gaining back lost material with this move. Now, the reason for playing r6 plus 2 earlier in the game is not evident, because the chariot will now be protecting the pawn, and thus discourage Black from playing c9 plus 4 to try to gain back lost material. p7 plus 1 to attack p7 plus 1 to attack this horse, because Red will now be prepared to advance his pawn again, and after, if Red capture it, Red would initiate a gain material, or offer a trade of material. Red continued with c6 plus 5 to gain material. Now, after losing material, Black tried his best to gain back lost material as he searched for opportunities to attack, but Red played very steadfastly, guarded his pawn rank seriously, and pushed this pawn forward. Now, this would refuse to give Black any chance of coming back into the game. Now, at this point, it would not matter if Black played, let's say in the match, h3 plus 5 was played. It would not matter if he played c6 plus 1 or c6 goes to 9, because Black would simply play c7 plus 1 to gain material. If c6 plus 1, again p7 plus 1 would be played, and the chariot will be shooed away. The horse will now gain development, and Black will be in all sorts of trouble. So in the match, h3 minus 5 was played as black tried to claw his way back into the game. Red moved his cannon to safety, and black tried to attack from this file. Red chose to charge his horse to the riverbank, preparing to attack this very empty flank. And black wanted to gain back material. Now p7 plus 1 was played in the match. This was the correct move or sound move to make. The black cannon was in a very precarious position. Now red cannot be greedy and play c7 c minus plus 1 at this point in time, because black could now offer a trade of material, and after trading material, he could now attack the horse in this manner. Black would gain back lost material and claw his way back into the game. So p7 plus 1 was a sound move, because if the elephant captured, red would deliver a check and then capture the horse. Black was forced to make this move, but all of black's plans were already anticipated by red, sorry. And he made this very nice move, p7 c7 plus 1, to attack the chariot. This is a very clever move. Now the cannon would now be attacking the chariot, and at the same time the elephant will be attacking the cannon. So black would now be placed in the predicament. Let's say if in the match black retreated his chariot, hoping to gain back lost material, but the horse will now be prepared to charge across the river to attack. I deliver a check. Black consolidated his defense, but it was slightly too late. Red developed his chariot, preparing for the final onslaught. As can be seen, this chariot is simply too powerful and brilliant, because black cannot advance the cannon to capture the pawn. Black tried to prevent red from playing h6 plus 4 to go for the elbow horse attack. And since this path to deliver an elbow horse attack was not possible, red played p7 equals to 8, so that he could develop his horse over here to go for the elbow horse attack. And red's attack would now be growing from strength to strength, and at the same time he would be threatening to gain material. He would not fear any attack, black capturing the cannon, because this would simply be too powerful for black to handle. And in the match, black decided to defend in this manner. If he had captured the cannon, they would go for the elbow horse attack, and red would now block the cannon and still be able to go for the elbow horse checkmate, offering another cannon as sacrifice. As can be seen, black can be assured of victory. So h6, black still went ahead with his elbow horse. Black tried to defend, and red chose to play very concisely by capturing the horse. Now red would now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 major pieces versus black's 3 pieces. Now if he had played r4 plus 8, black could defend in this manner, delivering a check, offering a trading material, and black would now be counter-attacking. So that is why r4 plus 8 would not be a good idea. So black would simply capture the black horse and have a overwhelming materials advantage. And now this cannon will start attacking. And at this point in time, Red chose to advance his chariot, and seeing that all was lost, Black decided to resign. Now, why did Black resign? Because he could not prevent Red's impending checkmate. For example, the following moves would demonstrate the checkmate. C9 plus 2. This would try to give Black some room, but it would be too late, because Red would now be prepared to sacrifice his chariot to deliver a check, retreating, and end the game with a double check. So that is why Black had to decided to resign at this point in time. So a short recap. We'll try to see this game in the eyes of Black. Red started with the elephant opening, Palcorner Cannon. This was the Dubious move, whereby Black wanted to develop his left chariot as a foul chariot, but Red was well prepared and played P3 plus 1. Too nonchalant. Black did not appreciate the hidden agenda behind this move and had to pay a heavy price for this move. A brilliant sacrifice, and Red would now start attacking. Of course, Red refused to trade material. Very nice move, protecting the pawn rank, as will be seen later on. Now, Red refused to trade material, and Red managed to gain material. Again, the effects, the strength of this move, the excellent positioning of this chariot cannot be understated. Black tried to gain back lost material, but Red simply did not give a bother. H3 minus 5. And as can be seen, the central horse was a big headache for Black. Black tried to even the material advantage, but it would not be for long, because Red will now attack very voraciously over here. And Red countered cleverly with C minus plus 1. And since the red horse could not be developed over here, Red decided to develop his horse over here, go for the elbow horse checkmate. A very concise move, allowing this cannon to now join in the attack. C8 plus 3. And Black resigned because check, double check, leading to a checkmate. So I hope you've enjoyed this short video. If you like the work that I've been doing, please do subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up. Thank you.